Hey, I'm Little Luigi, and welcome to Item Feud episode 15.2. And if you didn't realize already, 3 dead contestants formed their own ghost team and submitted a submission. Except they won't count towards anything. Also, the contestants' worst submission of their 2 will not count to their score or their team's average. Cool, so let's look at some item info. Check-in used a cupcake so their team will get a 3% boost. They used a shield that didn't do anything. They used a boost which gave them a 3% boost. And lastly, they used a banana, causing whoever placed below them to lose 1 to 3 percentile. Sid used a mirror, which did nothing because no one was smart enough to use their items, and lastly, Mousechuck9 used Butler to get an up rank. Moving on, we have 12 submissions from our 6 alive contestants and 3 submissions from our dead contestants. We got only 10 voters this time, and the submissions answered the prompt, you need to promote or advertise your team as the best so viewers will root for yours. How do you promote or advertise your team? So let's just jump right into it. Our winner got 65.52%, which is low for a winning percentile, and that person is Check-in, who stole the win from someone who we will see later. His submission was, on a political compass, purple represents libertarian right while green represents libertarian left. This means Team Green truly does support trans rights. Your letter was also C, which is the start of your name. Isn't that cool? You get to send me an icon for next episode check-in, and you won a mystery box. Don't forget to open it after. So far so good for Grapes Are Dumb. Second place is Chainchomp Braden, who will provide universal item care, whatever that means. They got a percentile pretty close to check-in, so the team's averages are pretty close to each other. Third is Lady Molub, who made a promise they cannot keep, and we have yet to see the person who is going to win instead of check-in. Well, and fourth is Mousechuck9, who was bananaed by check-in, which caused him to go from 2nd to 4th, and without check-in's boost, he would have been 1st. Luckily, you're safe though. But guess what? Sid, surprisingly, was a part of the bottom 2 again, along with War Bunny. Can you guess whose submission was lower? Well, let's see if Sid is carried by his team again. The team with the lowest average percentile is Waluigi's face, which means War Bunny is safe and Sid is no longer immortal. War Bunny's was my favorite, by the way. Of course, Sid submitted we don't have Sid in our team, because who else would? Sid here has done better than the past 3 rounds, which is good, but your item is Carry Me, which makes it so your submission counts as a third of what the submission would originally count. So for this case, if you use the item, it would only count for 1/9 of the average, and the other 2 submissions would count for 4/9. Goodbye, Sid. I hope you had fun. Also, you died with 9 unused items. So our team doesn't have Sid submission was the most controversial, and Chainchomp Braden's item care submission was the least controversial. And now that Sid is dead, War Bunny now has the worst average right now, and they also have the most inconsistent percentile. Molub is now the most controversial, while Braden is the least. Mousechuck uses the least items, and that's all for statistics. Now, if you were paying attention, you know that the winner of round 14, which was Molub, would get to help me with the prompt, but Molub isn't good at that, so I'm just doing the idea I suggested with a twist. And that is, you're stranded on a desert item, but Molub has all the supplies you need in their bag. He refuses to share his supplies, so how are you going to get them from Molub? You can use persuasion, threats, blackmailing, etc. to get the supplies from him, but don't make a super boring generic answer. For example, you could submit, I'll let Molub borrow my Nerf gun for a week if he shares the supplies with me, or I will bash Molub in the head with a stick and steal the supplies. You still have to submit 2 submissions, so you guys have to use your brains. Also, there's 5 people left, so just use your items already. Bye!